Hi guys, it's Emily. I thought I'd start out my video today with sort of an all-time favorites. So I'm sort of going to try and make this as coherent as possible. So let's start with the primer. Right now my absolute favorite primer that I've ever had has been the VS Pro. This is actually from Victoria's Secret's line of skincare and makeup, which is sort of neat. They just came out with one more recently. So this is the Airbrush FX Illuminating Primer. So it has a little bit of a sheen to it, which makes it really beautiful, especially under makeup. I don't know if you can see that sheen sort of on there, on my hand there, but when it's all rubbed in and then you have like your makeup on top of it, it's really like a beautiful glow. So it's not, sort of where you can see the individual glitter particles, but it's more of a glow, which I think is really beautiful in a primer. It also makes your skin unbelievably soft, which is something else you want to look for in a primer as well. So this is right now my all-time favorite that I've ever tried, which is from Victoria's Secrets. And then the next primer that's also my favorite is also from Victoria's Secrets, which is this is also the VS Pro. This is the Lasting FX Eyeshadow Primer. And then this just comes in like a little bottle, and you can just rub this on your eyes. And it's also super, super soft. So it makes your eyelids really, really soft and keep your makeup on forever. So this is definitely my favorite. This bottle's lasted me for a long time too, which is also great. And I'll put the links below where you can find them at the Victoria's Secret stores that carry the makeup lines, but then also how much each of them are, so that should help you all too. So the next thing I have that I'm really loving is the Cover FX. This is an E30. Mine actually broke, so you might be able to see that little line there. So this is an unbelievable cover-up. This is actually the Cover FX foundation, but I use this as a concealer. So even if I'm not I usually don't wear liquid foundation for every day, but I do wear this around my nose, the nostril area, under the eyes, the chin, and even right here in the forehead, almost every day, and then just put a powder on top of it, and it blends in beautifully and is unbelievable coverage. So you can also just sort of pick and choose your blemishes that you want to cover with this. And then this is actually drugstore brand, which is my favorite powder of all time. Like I said, I don't usually wear a liquid foundation every day, but this powder has literally matched like every single one of my friends and family's skin tone. It's called Translucent, and it's a multicolored pressed powder from Physicians Formula. You can get this at like Target, but I don't know if you can see those little colors in there. Because it has all those different colors, it actually matches almost any complexion, which is super neat. So this is unbelievable. I really love this. It takes away all the shine, so that's definitely one of my favorite pressed powders. The next two things that are my favorites of all time are my highlighters, and they're both from M.A.C. So this one's actually a cream highlighter in Pearl, and it's sort of a frosty color. It comes in a little pack like this, and I'm not really a big fan of the sort of, I don't know, cream blushes and that kind of stuff. I feel like that's sort of like, it doesn't feel really light to me, but this does. And what's also great about a cream highlighter is that you can put a powder on top of it and it's going to stay all day. So it helps, the cream helps the powder and the powder helps the cream. So that's a great thing to put on when you're using a highlighter. And then this is a much talked about highlighter from M.A.C. This is the Sliver Dusk. It, for some reason, it's unbelievably beautiful, and one of my all-time favorites, but it all comes out to the top of the jar for me. So I usually just dab my brush in the very top lid of the powder so that it's a lot easier and goes on a lot thinner, because you don't want like globs of glitter for your highlighter. So that's something that is definitely one of my favorites as well for the highlighting sort of duo, using those together. I never use one without the other. And then sort of moving on to the eyes, which is my favorite makeup area. This is actually something that I just discovered recently, and I have not gone a day without it. I have very light eyebrows, and eyebrows really frame your face, and so having those darkened and defined really can change a look. So this is the Color Tattoo, the 24 Hours, and this is by Maybelline. I don't know if you can see this. This is in the color Taupe, but it comes in just these little bottles. You can get it at any Target or drugstore. Again, it's a drugstore brand, which is great, so for price-wise. But you can just see I use this so often. So this is the, you can just see I've been using that every day with a little brush. And I know this looks light for my eyebrows, but if you use too dark of a formula, it's actually not going to look natural at all. So I use this every day because it's this Color Tattoo. You can sweat in it, you can, run around in it, whatever. It lasts days if you don't take it off. So I really do love this as an eyebrow sort of fixer. This has been the best for me. It's similar to like the paint pots from M.A.C. But this is just the most perfect color. My mom also wears this. It has a matte finish, which is fabulous for especially the older crowd. So like she has for the older eyes, you don't want to use like a shiny or shimmery color, especially that's just going to draw attention to, sort of those lines and everything in your eyes at that point. So using a matte finish eyeshadow is perfect for my mom, and she uses this just with her fingers. Every day it gives her definition, it doesn't smear, it doesn't come off, so this is one of her favorites too, but for a different reason. My favorite, which of course everyone says is their favorite, everyday eye makeup is the Naked2 palette, and these colors are just so perfect. There's enough matte in there, there's enough shimmer, and so that's what I'm actually wearing today. So this is after a full day of work, so I've been up since 7 o'clock, and it's about 10 o'clock now, so this is after a full day. I haven't done anything else to my makeup, but this is definitely what I wear every day. It's just super easy, it's all together in one, I never have to look for anything else, so that's a big favorite. But for more dressy occasions, I have fallen in love with the infallible 24-hour eye color, the eyeshadows, and I'm pretty sure this is by L'Oreal Paris. And the two colors that I really love are this green and gold colors, and they're actually like a compacted or pressed powder, so you can take the lid off here, and I keep that on there together, but I just put a little brush in here. And I use the gold sort of in the creases, but this is very shimmery. And then the green actually with definition with like a dark shadow. I don't know if you all can see that color on there. But it's a beautiful shimmer, and it's super cool. I have sort of a green hazel eyes, and the green and the gold really go well together for me. So I love this sort of shimmery look too for more dressy occasions or going out. And then I've never really found a mascara that I'm in love with. I've tried a lot of them, but one that I am pleased with so far for the last few days at least has been the Maybelline Mega Plush Volume Express. And I like this. I really like the brush, so I'm going to show you all the brush in here. I think the fuller brush is actually what gives me the best length. I have pretty good volumes. I'm always just sort of looking more for length, and this is definitely so far one of my favorites. Alright guys, so the last thing I was going to go to was sort of the lips. My all-time favorite lip balm is definitely the Baby Lips. This is just this is clear, so again, this is drugstore brand Maybelline, and you can get that from Target. So what's really great about that is that you can it goes with under everything and anything, and it actually works on your lips, so it's not keeping it more dry. I've never had a chapstick that I felt like I've been able to wear less and less as I wore it, and this I can. So it's actually, I feel like, working for my dry lips, which is fabulous. So definitely one of my favorites. And then this is a lip pencil, the Dervish color from M.A.C. and you can see that I, I use this pretty often. It really is almost a perfect match to my lips, and I'm not really a big fan of wearing a bright or dramatic lip every day, and so this is definitely my favorite. I also just, it's a sort of a balance between the nude lip and being too nude where you look like your lips aren't defined. So being able to put that lip liner on, I can really put any lipstick with it in any sort of nude color and still have the defined lips. My all-time favorite lipstick, even with all the ones that I've been trying lately, is definitely the Too Faced Living in Sin, and it comes in sort of this cool little bottle, which is really pretty. It has the little shiny top. But it looks pretty dark on here, but it actually matches, this is what I'm wearing right now, it matches my lips perfectly. And it looks natural, but it keeps them moist. And so I wear this every day as well. And then I always like to put sort of a lighter gloss right, in the middle of the pout of the lip, and sort of define this bow right there. And so these are my two favorites. Of course, the M.A.C. This is in Fashion Whim, which is very similar to the a lot of their different nude colors. So this is it's not shimmery or anything. It's just a sort of a glossy color. But this is in the Cremesheen glass, which is one of my favorite formulas. It's not sticky like a gloss is. I'm not a fan of the sticky glosses. And so this is more of like a soft, creamy finish, just like a lipstick. So I really do love this gloss. And for a little cheaper of a brand, an alternate is the Revlon. And this is Bellini, so it's 042, it's a colorburst. And this is also, I mean, you can see, it's a very similar color. It has a little different formula, so it's not as creamy as the one from M.A.C, but it really has a beautiful finish and is a fabulous price too, which is great. And then my last two things are sort of not in the makeup department, but they're definitely favorites that I had to mention. So my first one is my YSL perfume, and of course anybody knows that perfume lasts forever, so the fact that this is as used up as it is, it's obviously a favorite of mine. It smells like a little musky, which I think is sexy, so I love this. But it also is subtle, and you never want to walk through and be like, oh God, he's wearing that. So this is definitely an everyday wear for me. And then something that I've come across in the last few months is the rose cream. And this is I don't know if you all can see that. Yeah, there it is. This is just a daily cream. It's kind of thick for a day cream, so I actually use it as a night cream after I wash my face, and when I wake up in the morning, my face is so soft. I can literally if I don't want to, I can just put powder right on it, so I don't even have to, put a primer on or anything. It's just so soft, and so this is pretty thick for me for a day cream, but unbelievable for a night cream. So this is what I'm using right now. It's pretty expensive, but it's totally worth it. So that is all for my all-time favorites for now. I will put the links down underneath for anything price-wise and where you can get them. If you have any questions or you like this video and want to see more, comment below. Thanks. Bye.